Hello and welcome to the Sekgosese Insider TV. I am Delicia, your host. Here in Sekgosese Insider, we shine a spotlight on education by engaging with the leaders shaping our schools. And today I'm very much excited to be sitting here with Mr. Ramphaka, the Principal of Lephai Secondary School, as we're going to be interviewing him regarding the matric results from last year, which is 2024. Firstly, sir, let me welcome you.
Thanks so much, President, and thanks for having me.
You're welcome. And we pass our congratulations to you, sir.
Thanks so much.
So, sir, regarding your previous matric results, as you have achieved 98.2%, how are you planning to maintain this mark?
Thanks so much, and let me indicate that in terms of plenary, we have a long-term plenary. It's not stopping, it doesn't end today, it did not end yesterday. We have a 5-year standing plan that we need to retain and maintain these results. To us, they are not complete. We should be at 100.
Yes, that's true.
Unfortunately, things may not go every time according to how you wish. But let's indicate, coming to your question, we have a very good plan that is standing to make sure that we retain and maintain these kind of achievements, even though they may not be 100%, but the achievement should be at a point where we are satisfied as a team, we are satisfied as Lephai Secondary School community to ensure that sustainability is every time available and present.
Thank you, sir. So, adding on that point, as it's not 100% pass rate, what exactly, like strategies, do you have in place to achieve that? Perhaps this year or in the coming years?
You mean the 100%?
Yes.
I've indicated that even though we may not get 100, we are in pursuit of getting the desirable results. So we may not. Remember, as you talk of percentages, you talk of people. And these people sometimes may not be the same. Even though they may not be the same, we have very good plans to ensure that everyone coming through our hands passes and passes very well.
Yeah, thank you. It was highlighted that even though you achieved 98.2%, only one student didn't make it. So, what plans do you have in place for that learner to perhaps support them?
To our viewers and the presenter, the learner remains our learner. We have plans to invite that learner together with the parents, of course, so that you can sit. Of course, it will not be the first sitting with the parent. Throughout the whole year, we have been sitting with that parent, indicating how difficult sometimes it is for the learner to cope with the speed that we're moving with. And for that, now that the learner could not make it, we will sit down with the parent, check into and analyze the results, and advise accordingly. Because when I'm saying advise accordingly, you might realize or find out that this learner maybe is not a mainstream learner. People should not misconstrue what I'm saying. I'm just indicating that not all learners may pass grade 12. They have different capabilities and capacities. In terms of venturing, we will advise accordingly. You might find that this learner is a vocational learner who might do well in other spheres of academic routes. So we are very ready to assist that learner. And like I said, people should not misconstrue what I'm saying. This learner is still our learner, and we will regard the learner as such until the end of time. Thank you.
That's very promising. So, regarding the grade 8 learners, they are transitioning from primary school to high school. What plans do you have to help them to start off high school in a good track?
This morning, as we reopened, I welcomed them at assembly, and specifically after the assembly, we met, myself and them, our poor little grade 8 learners. I had a session with them for about 45 minutes, trying to orientate them. And you see, when I looked at some of them, they remind me of my first day at secondary school. I was very small, and all the people that I met were as big as big. You see, I would look at them and realize how small I am, because hey, it was very tough. Then I saw myself in them this morning, and I talked to them, just to make them feel at ease. With plans, we have plenty of plans, because remember, these learners, as they are in grade 8 and 9, they'll be swimming in one stream. But as they move to grade 10, they go different ways. But this is not the day and the time today to tell them about that. You'll scare them a lot. We just took them through what we expect from them as a secondary school atmosphere, and we assured them that they're in good hands. Thank you.
Thank you. So regarding learners, you highlighted something very important from the learner who didn't make it in grade 12, that it might be possible that they might not excel academically, but in other avenues they might be able to. In this regard, mostly we have sports. How do you support learners in that category?
Let me indicate, if maybe viewers were not aware, I will have to highlight the followings. That as Lephai Secondary School, we once presented national assets in volleyball. We had a learner from this school, in fact two of them, who played for national teams, South Africa. One was playing for volleyball South Africa senior team,
No, that's great.
and the other one joined and even went to as far as Russia. I remember I talked to the second manager in that year to grant that learner a permission, because it was during the academic period, and as a school we are very fine and doing pretty well. And we also, in soccer, we had players who played for PSL teams who came from this school. So in terms of sports, as you can see behind me on the wall, you'll see a team of volleyball players. They were representing the province at national level. So sports wise, we are very fine, and we excel in that sphere. But we are aware that alone sports may not be enough. Our learners should still go academical route.
True.
So that, coupled with that, they will take this country forward.
True.
Thank you.
So my viewers at home, this one you must listen to it carefully, because it doesn't not only involve the principal but you as well as a parent. I want to ask you specifically in the school, since we're here, how do parents help you with helping these learners excel, and you as a school, how do you engage parents in this process?
We have programs that involve our parents. Like, if I may start with the first one, next week, Monday, I will be meeting with all parents of our grade 12 learners to orientate them on how they should handle our queens and kings. For to us, they are very, very important people.
True.
That's how we regard them as they reach grade 12. We occasionally meet with parents to deal with issues that may affect the academic progress of our learners, in terms of progress, in terms of achievements, in terms of participation. And let me indicate that the positivity that we get from parents is very encouraging, in the sense that every time we call them, we get maximum attendance and maximum participation. And we are very grateful to them. And we are very fortunate as a school to have such supporting parents in that category. And we may not say it's enough until we see everybody participating and taking part in all aspects of our academic progresses, so that at the end we dwell on the issue of the societal issue in terms of education. Thanks.
So regarding the school, when we compare the pass rate with other schools around, how are you planning to keep this competition?
To us, it's not a competition, the presenter. It's a way of doing our things. If you look behind me, you'll realize there is a photo of one of our learners who represented not only the school, not only the circuit, not only the district, but this learner participated and represented the province at national level in terms of achievements. The learner got 300 out of 300 in one of the subjects, and this learner is far away doing chartered accountant, and we are very grateful to that. So in keeping with what you have just asked me, itself, what I've just indicated is a motivation that this school should always remain producing jewels that will assist the community, that will assist the country, and that will assist everybody nearer and far to this community. Very grateful of the achievements that we have, and in sustaining that, we will not change what we do. For you may not change the system that is working positively for you.
Thank you. Lastly, do you perhaps have mock exams for learners during the course of the year to prepare them for exams?
We have a lot of exams. You may call them mock exams.
Yes.
We also have categorized them differently. We have basic exams that will indicate the lack of capacity and knowledge in individual learners. And as we move on, we have preparatory exams. We have exams that will indicate as to whether the teacher should dwell much on diagnostic aspects of what he or she has discovered in terms of achievements of these levels of these learners. So we have exams after exams. For us, teaching itself without assessment is empty and is naked, you see. So you have to teach, assess, reassess, and assess, so that at the end you are sure that the learner is as sharpened as a very sharp object to deal with what is coming, which is exam. And we are not only producing or preparing these learners for passing the exam, because if you do that, as they move outside this sphere of the school, they will find it very difficult to cope in terms of achievements. We prepare them for a wider scope of life. For most of them, if not many, may not dwell into the root of academics. So aspect-wise, we deal with with life in general, broader sphere of life, in making sure that we capacitate them to become better citizens. Thanks.
All right, Mr. Ramphaka, what would you like to advise the learners who didn't make it, or rather, the learners who are beginning matric this year, who are in matric this year?
The message is very clear, simple, to say you have seen what has happened. Copy the best from them. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, that's all from us from Sekgosese Insider TV. Thank you for tuning in. Until we meet again. Bye.